So guys, away from the Porsche Classic Center, because we took the chance and came here. Rico Customs. This is a new restomod shop. He's getting very, very popular and very, very fast. So we take a short break from the Panamera repair and we show you around one of the maybe coolest restomod shops, which is here in the Netherlands. And it's raining, of course, as is always the case in the Netherlands. And this here is his shop, looking very, very small. But you will now see a lot of cool cars and he will tell us all about it. The man behind it, Rico.
Hi.
Wow. What a spontaneous way to be here. So cool. I didn't realize it was this close to Gelderland where I do my car.
Yeah.
A manual Panamera.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
nice.
Really,
That's cool.
I'm the antichrist. I'm not about 911s. Just kidding.
No, yeah, everything that has a Porsche logo on it is cool, right? So for us, that's fine.
Is
yeah,
it?
I think so. Yeah.
Especially the electric ones, right?
Nah, that's a different topic, but that's a different topic.
Perfect.
For me, actually, electric is not bad because most people who drive an electric car as a daily work home.
Yeah, sure.
They need something in the weekend, and they really start missing petrol cars. So most of those clients come to people like us
to build their dream car.
Yeah, to build something for the weekend. And actually, so I'm not a fan of electric cars, but I don't mind them because I think for us it's also good in a way that people who go from Monday to Friday with an electric car, they need something, they want something for the weekend, something fun.
It saves the miles on the special cars.
Yeah, true. No, but also that's not what we want. We want to have a lot of miles on these cars.
You build cars to be driven.
That's our motto. Yeah. Don't hide them, drive them. I think it's very important that these cars keep getting driven. You know, it's just we also do it. I drove 15,000 kilometers in one summer. And
that's a
track
lot.
Days, Alps, everything, and bulletproof, no issues. So that's for us. That's the main thing. Yeah.
So you already told me you started your hobby 10 years ago.
Hobby-wise, it's about it was already since I was 14. I think I started wrenching on my first moped. But now about 10 years ago, I bought my first Porsche, and then from there on, I started building for myself, sold it. Bought another one, built it again, and then doing the photography around it, and people started noticing that on Instagram when I opened a new page. And yeah, I got more and more inquiries about it, if I could build you one, for example. And I didn't, because it was a hobby. And at one point it was like, it's getting pretty interesting now, so I turned my hobby into a business.
Well, that's amazing.
But it still feels as a hobby.
That's cool. Yeah. That's a cool thing to say and to feel it like that.
And I also think my staff, we're a team of 4 now, so
4 people. Cool.
I think 4 full-timers and two guys who I can hire on our base. They all come here with the same idea. It's just we're having so much fun and we're enjoying what we're doing, and that's the most important.
Yeah, and in the scene it's quite a young team, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the people are like 50 plus or even older who are doing like air-cooled Porsche stuff.
No, I'm turning 41 next month, and I'm the oldest here. So
and that's still young for the scene.
Yeah,
that's still young for the scene.
We do have also. I have one friend who's 49 who helps a lot, and I have a lot of friends from the Porsche brand. Who I met throughout the years of driving and wrenching, who also really help a lot and advise a lot. And
cool.
So we have a really cool team around the team also.
Let's go through your shop because there are so many beautiful cars.
It's pretty packed, and there are a few cars not here now. So we have the dirty area where we do.
Where you don't want to film because the dirty stuff is not that.
It's more this corner.
This corner, okay.
No,
because I really like this room there.
No, so this of course we like to film. This is our dirty shop, as we call it. So cars come in here, and here's the. So actually, throughout the whole factory, it's only an assembly. We strip cars here completely. As soon as we start with these cars, we get a few boxes next to it. Everything that needs to be chromed, powder coated, sandblasted, make the plating, the gold plating, everything is going directly into the different boxes. Then the car is stripped completely. Then we put it in the trailer and we bring it to the body shop. This is a good friend of mine who does all my body work. I don't like, especially if you have clients here, the noise of the hammering, the grinding and those kind of things. So I especially choose to do the bodywork outside. Car comes back here after a few weeks. Then we fit everything here before paint. Some cars get a full blast down, so to bare metal. This, for example, is an 85, which is in an excellent condition.
So G model.
Yeah, we always use G models. Yeah.
You always build on G models.
Yeah, so most builders use a 964.
But these are getting very rare, right?
Yeah, also, but I think they're also too modern already.
Oh, that's too modern for you. Interesting.
For me, yeah, I think to have fun, you need a good driving car with good technology. But also, it still, for me, needs to feel a little bit old school, a little bit raw. And I think the 3.2 base or the 3-liter base, they're almost similar. I think that for me is the best base. They're a lot lighter, they're simpler in technique, but they have all the essentials that you want. So I think that's for us the perfect combination.
That's cool, because that's not really that common for the restaurant mod people. No, they usually choose 964s because it's like the 993 is way more modern, the 964 is like more classic, but going with a G model, that's cool. Yeah, that's something new for me. I haven't heard about that. Yeah, there are a few others that do it also. And I just think the combination of you have all the 3.2 engine is, in my opinion, one of the best made by Porsche. It's the strongest. It has everything you need, all the correct sensors, the temperature, altitude sensor. So it always works. I think for the weight of the car, it's a lot simpler than a 964. We reinforce the body and we make them as light as possible. So we strip them down completely. And from there on, we build them up as the wish of the client, of course. And they are already galvanized, so rust is not an issue. Yeah,
this is a perfect example. The car looks almost factory new. If you see the front here, there's like it's in a perfect condition. So sometimes, if the client chooses to, we anyway water blast it. We bring the chassis to Germany. There we blast them completely down, so everything inside, under, everything goes off. Some clients just want it because it's, in their opinion, it's the only way to go. I think it's not necessary. These cars are so good and they're so solid. We check them completely for any rust issues, but most of the time they're just super. As you can see, it's
crazy.
Almost
even though
factory new. And
it's 40 years old, it still looks.
This car did 350,000 kilometers.
350k, wow!
And it still looks but it's probably only been a summer driver. That's something you can see if a car has been driven in the winter. It's
the
a different
bad ones
story.
Don't exist anymore.
No, it's a different story. Yeah. So for us, I think this is one of the best base to use. So almost done with stripping. Wire loom goes out. The last part of the interior. We keep the car on wheels. Because this is going to be widened and we want to have the car on wheels, so we 100% sure that the widened flares are centered over the wheels. So measurements and everything we do as well, but I just want to have the look perfect also. Not one chassis is the same, so I think it's very important to have this correct also for the look of the car. Then when the car comes back, we strip the chassis off also, or the suspension off, and this goes away for blasting and cleaning. And front we always use new. Actually, we try to use everything new which we can buy.
Sure.
So cars will always be built up with only new parts. So even brake lines, fuel lines, everything will be replaced.
Yeah, makes sense. Otherwise, it's.
Now you have a new car.
It's little money to have.
Yeah, if you have a small error like a brake line leakage somewhere in the tunnel in the car, this you don't want to have. No.
Take the whole thing off again makes sense.
You spend so much time on a car and that doesn't make sense. So no, we strip them off. So dirty area, car goes out. We select everything, strip everything. So for example, also the drive shafts, everything will be rebuilt. But we're gonna sort this all out once the chassis is done. Then the new car comes in, start stripping the new car. Then
it's funny you even have the brick wall like in Zuffenhausen.
Yeah.
Do you also call it work 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah, no, actually we do. Yeah, we do. I still want to paint it on the doors also, and we can close up everything. So also when we make it dirty, when it's dirty, the car.
Same age as a 911.
Yeah, it's an old fire door. Came out of an old factory somewhere in the Netherlands. So this is more the showroom area. We do store cars here after paint or in between, just to put them on the side. I do small interior work here, but we try to not work here at all, just to keep it clean and keep it looking cool. The whole building was newly built. So the complete building is new. It's only the oldest part is like 4 years old. But I want to have the vintage look.
Yeah, you fooled me.
Yeah, it
Definitely.
should look like an old factory. So everything is newly built. Everything is very well isolated. We have heating and everything in it. It should look like an old factory to me.
What kind of background do you have? Because it looks very, very artistic and like harmonic. It's so nicely designed.
Now, I've always been a designer for a fashion brand. And here on also we went to fairs, for example, big fairs in Milan or in Italy. And we always want to have the stands look as cool as possible. So there we also did the whole look and feel. So from this on, and yeah, just the design wise, I just really like to do this.
That makes sense because this looks really, really cool. Also the coffee corner and everything.
You know, it should feel
such a nice.
It should feel warm place. And welcome, and that's I think, especially it should also feel like it could have been an old barn in the 60s where they wrenched on Le Mans cars. That's a bit what we.
I was really surprised when you just told me it's a brand new building. I was like, no.
So even the wooden beams, they're all new, but we just made them look old. So the complete building isn't that old, so that's the cool thing. Then we have our demo cars. We've got the most sold car which we built is an ST.
Yeah, it's the most iconic, right?
Yeah, it's the most iconic. For me, also the most beautiful one. I think the lines and the shape of an ST is just perfect. Ours are a little bit wider, but it looks a little bit more bunky, and I think this just looks super subtle. And I just really like the look of this. So almost all our models are STs, and what our main goal is always to build them as period correct as possible. So it should look like if it just did Le Mans in 72 or 71 or whatever, that period. So always 15-inch wheels, always make sure that everything is period correct done. So no 17-inch Fuchs. I understand the idea behind it with more flatter tire, more grip, but I don't like the look. So we don't wanna compromise in that. It's always 15-inch. We use these old rally tires, which are road legal, or rally race tires, and they're just amazing grip-wise. So I think this package is just perfect. We have more the 911R look, so keep it small body, and then again also all the details which are done here.
This is so cool.
Yeah, the race louvers.
Anyone came out with this idea on these old ones.
You see it a lot with, for example, Rod Emery with the 356s that he does. I think the look is very cool. It's also something from the race cars from the past, of course, also the center filler, those kind of things. So,
yeah, the center filler is iconic.
Yeah.
But this is more like 935-ish era for me.
Yeah.
But it fits so nice to classic 911. And it has also some aviator theme going on, because I did it back in the planes even in the 20s and 30s I did it in the cars.
A bit of the Spitfire look. But that's I think also very cool to do, and people can come here, they can of course always test drive cars, they can see what we do, and they can choose everything to their likings. So we see it as a collaboration. Of course, if they say build me a Singer, I wouldn't do it. I really don't do it, even if they pay 10 million. We want to stick to what we do. We want to really stay to our philosophy. And that's a bit the philosophy that Porsche also did. Don't go for crazy horsepower. This one has 320. It's more than enough because the car weighs 950. Yeah. And that's more what Porsche also did with Le Mans. They always had the least horsepower of the whole grid, but the car was the lightest, and they didn't break down. They just went for it. And that's also what we want to try. So yeah, that's a bit what we do. But also this is a really nice example. This owner had a dream of driving a 69 Targa. So he went for a test drive in a 69 and he didn't like it. 2.2 didn't have any horsepower, didn't want to go, shifting was not nice. So dream was gone. And then he came through a mutual friend, he met me. And I let him drive an 88 3.2 with a G50 gearbox.
Yeah,
and he said, okay, this is nice, this drives nice. But now I want this look. So we transformed it completely to a 69.
It's so tough to tell that it's a G model. It's so hard to see.
No, but it should look one-on-one to a 69. And that's for us the most important. Even the rear arches, we made them small to the 69. And with a G50 gearbox, you have the long torsion, so that's pretty tough. So my body shop made a special panel where we still can remove the torsions. But then all the chrome details, everything, make it look like a 69. But then again, 3.2 brakes, so you have the modern brakes. Of course, you see the oil lines to the front because the 3.2 needs the oil cooling from the front. All the technique is there, and it works perfectly. So client was very happy. He just picked it up last week, drove a few hundred kilometers, came back this morning for we're gonna check it this week, do a full check, and he's gonna take it to France on a holiday next week. So that's pretty cool.
Very nice.
Gonna drive the Champagne area and take the roof off.
It's a Targa. It has to be there.
Enjoy the drive.
But
enjoy
this
a
has
glass
all
of champagne.
aluminium parts, no carbon fiber.
This is full steel.
This is full steel.
Yeah, so
okay.
full steel. Only the bumpers we do in fiberglass, but we still add the chrome details. But the hood and everything is just steel. Because for a client like this, it doesn't make sense to go lightweight because they won't use it that way.
It's still light enough.
Yeah, for us, we always do steel widening. I think the quality is just better, also with stones from the bottom. But bumpers and decklets always carbon fiber.
Okay.
So for some clients, for example, for Switzerland, they're not allowed to use carbon fiber, so we do it in aluminium. They need to have a metal decklet. So for us, that's then the way to do it. Yeah, so that's a bit of the choice. We know normally when a client comes and they say, okay, I want this or I want this, but in a different color, then my first question is, what's the purpose of the car? What you're going to do with it? You're going to just go for a coffee run and just enjoy it, Sunday morning cruise, get a coffee, drive home, or you're going to go to the mountains, maybe do a track day,
so
those
that's
kind of
a
things.
mountain car, real driver.
This is a mountain killer, track day car, yeah. But it's still very comfortable and very easy to drive, so I can take it for a coffee run. We use MCS suspension, which you can set up in 18 different options, just by stopping over and do the clicks, which for me is one of the best options you can do. It's super comfortable. They both have the same suspension. They're completely different cars, and that's the cool thing with the MCS. You can this one is in the softest position, mine is more racy position. But we went to Classic Le Mans this year. The roads were very bumpy. I just stopped over, clicked it softer, and it was smooth. So that's very cool. I think that those options, if you can offer this to a client, I think
How
that's
fast can you click it? Do you need to take the wheel off, or do you just open
we just
the hood?
open the decklet and it's just on front of the shocks. So it's like a 1 minute stop. And
because with a modern GT3, sometimes you have to like lay under the car and click and change it.
This is super easy to do.
Perfect. That's cool.
Yeah, so that for us is super easy. And then here we have the normal workshop. So another 3.2, a bit more classic, a combination between classic and some sporty details. Dutch client just wants to go for cruising, just for a nice run. So he's not going to drive fast. It's a stock engine also, only sport exhaust, but I think he will enjoy it a lot. Then we're building another Targa there. This we kept a little bit wider in the back, so the original 3.2 body. It's also 3.2 with 915 gearbox. And we've got two 2.7s here, which now we get quite a lot of requests that people want to drive classic rallies. And they're only allowed to sign in if the registration of the car is before 76. So then a 3.2 is out of the question.
The registration has to
be in. So the car has to be older than 76. So these are both from 75. But this already has a 3.2 engine in it, and this we bought without an engine, and we're going to put the 964 engine in. So this at the classic rally is also a bit bad boy style, but they don't check it because it's a flat six. They see it as a flat six. They don't check the capacity of the engine. Gonna both run throttle body, so to look old, we're taking the Heritage kit, so it will look like a carbureted car, but it's actually a hidden injection system. So really cool. Also both, these are both going to be small bodied. So they're going to stay small, like the narrow 2.7 body. We also have two other cars, which we're both doing. One is at the paint, one is at the body shop. They're going to be in ST. So also 2.7 bases. So actually now we use quite a lot of 2.7s. Of course here, body-wise, we do completely blast them clean. So these we don't take any risk. We just water blast them completely to bare metal to see if there's nothing under the body. no.
Because these weren't galvanized yet?
No, that was from 76.
Yeah, 76.
So, and even then they're, again, 10 years older than the others, so they tend to rust a little bit more. These both are very good, actually, to be honest, and they're just old. But yeah, that's what they're here for. We're gonna make them look new again.
So cool. And this winch, this is like your signature look, right? This here?
Yeah, there's a
What's
few.
the story behind this one? So far, I've only seen it on your cars.
Yeah, okay, that's cool because I like them also. Not every client chooses to use them. Again, race details. So in the early 70s, they used to drive a lot of plastic windows. And then Le Mans 200 kilometers an hour plus, and the back window plopped out. So they put the straps in just to keep the window in.
Keep the window
yeah,
in.
and
Funny.
we drive glass because of comfort, and I think it's just better. Most people do want the rear heating, the rear window heating, sorry. But I think the aesthetics, it looks just very cool. The R hinges also same race detail. The 911 normally opens like this. So during the race they had to go in for service and they bumped their head. So they made these hinges so you can put it completely backwards on the window.
Also a new detail, I never heard about it.
Yeah, so just to make service a lot more easy. And that's the reason behind these hinges. And I think they look cool. And also for us, you know, it's just super easy to service the car. You open, you put it on the back window, and you've got all the space to work around. So that, yeah.
So as a fashion designer, how did you get into this detailed stuff coming to Porsche history? Like just pure nerd, reading?
Yeah,
reading?
100%.
Okay.
Just reading and seeing, a lot of checking images, like Googling on STs, RSRs, 911R, just checking out Google, what's the details, went to classic races. This year again, we went to Le Mans Classics, and there were a few STs, Rs, RSRs, and then you straight away see all the details we put in the cars, you see there on the race cars, and I think that's cool. So normally my car, for example, we can show you. So the center filler is normally always there. Louvered side windows, also in the race cars. So this we put in most of the cars. They're also from plastic, but we then keep the louvers closed to make it more.
You just have the look.
If you see the weather outside today, you don't want to drive with open louvers. So we do want to have comfort. All the cars get minimum in electric heating system. So we stripped the old heating system out because I don't really like the system. It always malfunctions, so we take everything out so we can run race headers on the car and we just put an electric heating in. Some clients want AC, so the Targa, for example, has an electric AC and heating. A lot of clients now actually get the AC. It's a bit more heavy, don't like it that much.
But especially in the US and other places you have to have an AC.
I have clients all over the world, and one in Milan, for example, he says, in summer I can't drive without AC. So, and this makes sense, yeah. So that for sure is, and also louvers in the deck lid. Just again another race detail, which makes it very easy. And we just, like with the R hinges, it's just super easy.
That is so cool. I've never seen a 911 open like this.
Yeah. 964 engine, upgrade to 3.8 liter.
3.8?
Yeah. 320 horsepower,
sure.
Spare differential in it. Really nice engine to drive. It's super fast.
And a very easily positioned oil filter.
Yeah.
That is not standard in a 911
yeah, it is.
there.
Yeah, 100%.
it is?
Yeah.
They did it that easy back in the day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the oil, the oil tank is here in the rear fender. And that's why you have the 72 has the oil clapper here.
Yeah, that
because then they did it like this. Now you fill it here.
I never recognized the oil filter sitting there, but now with the body different to the oil filter, I was like, that is smart.
Yeah, no, it's...
And now they do it like super hidden and it's like a big pain just to change oil.
Yeah, no, true. This is super easy to service also. So that's the reason why they do it.
That's also the reason why the air-cooled stuff is so popular. You can leave it for 10 years in the garage, doesn't break. You can use it every day, doesn't break. You can serve it easily.
The only thing they do, if you leave them for a long time, they start smoking and dripping oil, but they don't break from that.
Exactly.
You can still drive them. These cars are so reliable and built so bulletproof that it's just unbelievable.
Just very, very easy tech.
Yeah, yeah. And there, you know, I used to do a lot of BMWs, 2002s. I really like those cars also. But always 4-speed gearbox, for example. They have a few 5-speed, but they were pretty rare. And then driving on the highway, 120 with almost 5,000 RPM, you know, just a car like that you don't take on a long road trip easily. This, it's just so easy. You get in, drive to Switzerland, come out fresh, and just go to your hotel, check in. Next day you're crashing the mountains full speed, and you know it's so much fun to drive these cars, and yeah, that's
so
why
cool.
I felt in love with them.
So cool to come and visit, and thank you so much for the interview. The
Yeah,
workshop
sure.
is really amazing.
More than welcome.
Guys, that was a nice switch from the Panamera repair to old school Porsche air-cooled stuff, proper Porsche stuff.
Panamera is also
Man, it's crazy how you feel it. It's such a cool vibe here, and yeah, we see each other on the 5th of October maybe in Belgium.
Yeah, I was supposed to come with this car, but I sold it, so
No, you
I have to find a different way. Maybe I'll take
taxi.
the silver one. No, I'll bring something for sure. Otherwise, I'll take some. I can always borrow a car from a client. So I have a very cool brown ST we just delivered to a good friend, so I can always bring something.
That's amazing. Guys, I hope you like this little tour here at Rico Customs. If you do, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, then see each other in the next video. Till then, bye, ciao.